Interesting. Interesting story. Cool story, bro. Who's your big what if in MMA history? My big what if in MMA history. I got to say Zabit, brother. Zabit, brother. This guy throws spinning kicks and he have shitty gas tank. Zabit is the most overrated what if in MMA history. Okay? Zabit is overrated as fuck. I'm sorry, but he is. Zabit was getting his ass whooped against Calvin Kattar. I'm pretty sure Kattar stepped in on short notice, by the way. Imagine that. The guy stepping in on short notice beat up Zabit in the third round. And Zabit was like really gassing hard. In a 5-rounder, which every other main event would be, he would have lost. Outside of that, he had a lackluster decision against Jeremy Stephens where he lost the third round as well, which was not lackluster in the sense that it was boring, but it was not like that dominant. He submitted a nobody, that guy from, I don't know, the guy with the big hands. Everyone is just, he's got big hands and whatever. Like, he was never a tough dude. They literally hyped up Zabit for beating someone because his opponent had big hands and he had like a twister position over him. And then who else did he beat? He beat, that's basically it. I don't know. Zabit was overrated as fuck. He didn't really have a lot of power in his hands. He didn't have amazing he had good takedowns, but he didn't have the best control. I think Max Holloway would have whooped his ass. I think Alexander Volkanovski would have whooped his ass. I think, honestly, Volk would have finished him in the later rounds. And I think Max would have finished him in the later rounds. So I can't say Zabit. Zabit was a beast. Zabit was a beast. With good cardio, he's a completely different monster. And he's probably, you know, a guy that could beat one of these top guys. But he just didn't have good cardio. So the biggest what if in MMA for me, I would say it's Shota Takayama. Shota Takayama, the brother of Takayama, was one of the GOATs in the gym in Japan, and everyone knew him on the scene. He was the tough guy that walked in the room, and even Rampage Jackson would get out of his seat out of respect. And you should have seen the stuff that Shota Takayama was doing. So I'd say it's Shota Takayama. He's in the mix. I would say it's probably, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, it's tough. It's a tough one. I would say outside of Shota Takayama, it's probably, are there any really unlucky fighters? I mean, maybe Dominic Reyes, but I still think he would have lost to people with power. Fuck, I don't know. It's actually really tough. It's hard to pick someone else. Alexander Emelianenko is definitely up there too. Alexander Emelianenko is definitely up there as well. I don't know. It's hard for me to think about what ifs. Nick Diaz, okay, fair enough. Nick Diaz could have been more famous. I don't think he would have been a champ, but he could have been more famous for sure. Darren Till, you know what? I think Darren Till is actually it. Although Darren Till wasn't as dominant as Takayama, like if I'm actually being real, no jokes aside, all bullshit aside, Darren Till is actually one of the most underrated strikers in UFC history. If he didn't actually get fat every offseason and get injured because of it, and he took his career serious and he actually like trained some grappling and had heart and threw more than a left hand every once in a while, I think he could have been a champion. I honestly think he could have beaten Izzy. Not because he was Mr. High Output. I think it would have been a chess match. But I think that Darren Till had the skill set and the potential to be a world champion. It's just that he lacked heart. He was injury prone because he got fat as fuck in the offseason. And he got discouraged after he lost to Tyron Woodley. And there was a bunch of mental issues. He made excuses all the time. I think a hungry Darren Till could actually be the biggest what if ever. Because he didn't have a gas tank issue. He's the only guy to ever school Dricus du Plessis on the feet in a round. He schooled him on the feet. It's just that once he got taken down, he was a pushover. And I honestly think that with improved takedown defense, he could have been an issue for everyone. Really. Dangerous to knock out